Hi everyone. Yay! I'm doing my video. Okay, conference. Conference is coming up and I asked everyone that went with us last year to do a little video to tell us how it changed our lives or what we took from it and the experiences we had. And I was sitting here and I was trying to figure out what one little thing that I wanted to talk on or what I thought would be important to you guys to hear. And I think it just boils down to just everything. The whole experience in itself was something that was just way beyond anything that I had even imagined. I joined It Works in February of 2012. And so I had just missed conference because it's in January of every year. And so I had no clue what conference was about, but all the leaders were like, this is going to change your life, this is going to change your business, and it's so important for you to get there. You need to get your team there. And I really, I really went on faith because I had an entire team of people underneath me, and I'm trying to convince them that they have to get to conference. That this is going to be the game changer that they need in their business, and it's really going to take their business to the next level. And I was really, I was convinced. I was so convinced that going to conference was going to be what really turned everything around. And I was so convinced that I actually talked a bunch of crazy people into coming with me last year, which was awesome. I believe we had about 18, 19 people that came with us for our very first year, and it was our very first year as a whole together in the business together, and we all went to conference. And um, my husband and I ran a contest, and we got a bunch of people there, and we had a hotel room for them, and we crammed a bunch of people into a little room, and the good, bad, and ugly that came with that. But it's a memory that we have together as a team. We all got together and went out to eat. The first day getting there. I think I had like this warped sense of it was gonna be like a boot camp because in my head when I went to boot camps last year there were just a couple hundred people at this event, and that's kind of what I had. And I was hearing rumors that there were gonna be 8,000, 10,000, 12,000 people at this event, and so I didn't know. And I was terrified because I was actually asked to get up on stage with Wally and tell my story about where It Works has taken me in my few short years that I went. And that can happen for all of you guys because they're going to actually start asking people to submit stories and testimonials, and they pick them. They pick everyday people like you and I because I certainly hadn't been in it long enough to think that at all. I hadn't even been in it a year, and they picked me to go up on stage and tell my story in front of thousands of people, and so you guys can do that too. But getting there and walking in on the very first day for registration, I think everybody was blown away because I had seen Black, Green, and Bling. I had seen what people wear to boot camps and how crazy they can get, but never at this magnitude. And I didn't realize how crazy actually the It Works people were until conference. And you walk through and there's just inspirational quotes put everywhere. This big Tampa convention was just full of It Works people and everyone getting together in this big area. People from distributors to ambassadors and the CEOs and the corporate people all mingling together. Um, there was no difference on who you were. We were all together, and that was just amazing. I mean, you were standing right in line with people that had been in this, 5, 6, 10 years, and they were talking about how conferences had changed their lives. So to me, I was awestruck. I think at times I was dumbfounded by what really was going on at conference, and my husband didn't want to go, but I made him go. I'm like, honey, it's a free trip to Florida. You have to come with me. And so I had him come with me, and I think he was even blown by what was going on around him. And the first night we got there, and it was the big kickoff, and to look around and see that there were thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people in this room, it took my breath away. They said there were 6,500 people in that one convention center last year, and I believe it. It was amazing, and the energy that was in the room, I mean, you could just feel it. People dancing on chairs and dancing down the aisles and high-fiving each other and cheering and clapping, and you just felt that energy, and you could feel where everyone was going. And it was just something that you just will never forget because you feel it in the pit of your stomach. Um, and they corporate got up and did their big announcements, and they had a prayer service that night, and we all just got together, and in the evening we just hung out, and I really loved that I was able to just get to know a lot of people that I had seen on Facebook or heard on calls, and it was just really nice getting that opportunity to mingle with people. And then Friday night, it was the big kickoff of the whole thing, and they went over new products that were being introduced. We did a lot of training, and I think the one thing that struck me the most was they asked people. There's 6,500 people in the room, and they asked how many of you in this room started out as customers, and almost half the room stood up. I think a lot of people who went, that was a real aha moment for them, and it really struck a chord that these products are changing lives because customers are, upgrading to distributors because they want to change lives too. And it was just amazing to see so many people stand up, and then they were going through, how many of you are distributors, and they were celebrating everyone that was brand new, or maybe they'd been in for a year and they were still a distributor. They still celebrated that. And I really truly liked the fact that it didn't matter who you were, what your rank was. We were all one team, one mission, one big family, fun, friendship, and family. It was just amazing. And then they went through, who was the executives, and everyone who was an executive stood up, and they went all the way up through ambassador, and it was just one of the most amazing experiences that I could have ever gone through. And Friday was the day, I believe, I don't know, I think it was Friday after lunch, 1 o'clock. I actually had to report to the stage, and I had to go backstage, and I was back there with Kathy and Jeff Myers and a handful of other people, and Wally Neeson was there, and he was really calming. I was freaking out because I am not a public speaker. Me doing this is not comfortable for me, but you have to step outside your comfort zone sometimes to better yourself and take that next step. And so I had to, 5 confianza later, I'm walking across stage, and I'm going up there, sitting on this little stool with people I don't know, people I do know, and 6,500 people out in the audience staring at me. And it was terrifying and exciting and exhilarating all at the same time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I haven't even been in here a year. And all of these people are going to be listening to me tell them what It Works has done for me. And I think that that was the moment that I realized that I can do anything if I really put my mind to it, because public speaking is not my thing. If you guys would have met me a year ago, when Lisa Fuller asked me to get up and start helping with some trainings, shaking, blubbering, mess, sweat, and college, I would pass out if I'd have to give a report. And so for me to be able to stand up in front of 6,500 people and share with them my journey, and how not only did It Works give me my financial freedom. At that point, it was just we were just getting out of the hole, but it actually gave me my confidence back. Prior to It Works, I didn't have any confidence. I didn't feel good about my body. I didn't feel good about myself. I hurt all the time, and getting on the products changed all that. And so I got to share that with everybody, and it was a really exciting moment that I don't think that I'll ever forget. And it was nice seeing Lisa and Barry right down there at the bottom, rooting me on, and it was amazing to know that everyday people like you and I have an opportunity to get up there and share what this is about and what it's done for us. So I encourage you guys to submit your testimonials. You never know if they're going to pick you, because I never would have thought in a million years that I'd be up on stage. And then Saturday, wow. You're standing out in the hallway, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people out in the hallway, all decked out in their black, bling, and green, and they're all waiting to get in, and your heart starts racing, and you're excited, and you want to run, and you want to get to the front of the arena so you can get up close and personal with those VIPs, and you got your whole group with you, and you're like, okay guys, we're gonna run, and you all run, and you're screaming, and you're leaping over chairs, and you're laughing, and you're having a good time, and the team all gets together, your heart's racing, you got butterflies in your stomach, because all you can think about is the energy that you're gonna feel when you get in that room, and what is the announcements that they're gonna give us. because Saturday's when they make the big announcements about what's going to catapult us into the next year, and that's when they announce the $10,000 good bonus, the $25,000 bonus, the 50 and the 100,000. That's the night where they announced that for us this year. Now I don't know what they're going to do this year for us, or in 2014 conference, but the energy, you feel it. It's so thick in there, and you thrive on it. You get excited. You gosh, you can't stay in your seats, and it's just one of the it's just one of the best experiences I've ever had, and being there with my team was amazing, and I can't wait to experience it again because I know what's going to happen. And in the evening on Friday night, we had there was a dinner for everyone. We all got to get dressed up, which was fun because I haven't dressed up since my wedding and since prom. And they had a diamond dinner, which was for anyone for diamond and above was able to go to this special VIP dinner. I believe this year you have to be I think you have to be triple to get to it this year, just because the company's getting so big. But it's just amazing. You get to mingle with everyone. I mean, Cami Dempsey, Mark Pentecost, Cindy Pentecost, and Pam Souter and Luis, they're all mingling out there with all of us, and you get to walk up to them and pick their brain. And they're just everyday people like us, and it's just so great to be able to sit there with other people and hear their stories and get inspiration from them. And I really encourage you guys. Tickets are going to go on sale most likely this weekend, so if you can make it happen, make it happen. They usually reward us with something. 2 years ago, when you got your ticket, they gave you product credit so you could sell wraps, so you actually got your ticket for free. Last year we got a swag bag which had a bunch of really cool free stuff in it. I don't know what they'll do this year for us, but usually there's an early bird where it's cheap. But my words cannot express how It Works changed my life. And when I came home, I was on fire. I was ready to help everyone on our team to hit the goals that they wanted to hit, and everyone who went to conference hit the pavement running, and I don't think any of us has stopped since. And I can't tell you guys how important it is to get to this, because if you feel like you've hit a rut, or you hit a wall, or you're just not sure where to turn, or maybe you weren't able to make it to any of the boot camps this year, this would be the time. This would be the moment for you guys to take a stand, take control of the business, take control of your life, and really come and see what this is all about, because I don't think that you or your business or your team will ever be the same. So I look forward to seeing you guys. Anyone else who came to conference, I encourage you to share your story and what happened for you guys there. So, all right, guys, I look forward to seeing who's coming with us. I'm hoping to break records this year with getting more than 18 people that come this year. And Chad and I have a big announcement coming up soon about our contest this year. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.